Um, yeah, it was a tough one, you know, playing against a guy who's got a lot of experience, a lot of success in slams, someone who you know is not afraid to go the distance. I thought I did a great job of managing myself out there. It wasn't easy, and yeah, happy to get that one down in 4 sets.
Questions, please. Howard?
Can I ask you to explain what you mean by managing yourself?
Yeah, when you're on a roll like that, 2 sets to love, pretty clinical by 1 break in the first and 2 breaks in the second. To go through a 3rd set, not get broken, and then still lose the set in a tiebreaker is not easy. Felt like he gained a lot of momentum. I thought he played a pretty flawless 3rd set. Was doing a lot of things really, really well into deep in the 4th as well. So that momentum is sometimes tough to manage, tough to deal with when a guy gets on a roll like that. You see like 2 sets to love, 2 sets to 1, 2 sets all. You're in a dogfight in the 5th, and I was just happy with the way I executed late in the 4th to put it away.
Go for it.
Does having so many American men playing well take a bit of pressure off of you, and do you keep up with how your countrymen are performing here at the AO?
No, I wouldn't say it takes pressure off. You know, everyone's playing for themselves here. I think there's a healthy competition between us. I obviously love to see those guys do well, and yeah, it's a lot of fun to be in this era of American tennis. You know, most likely after this tournament, we'll have at least 2 guys in the top 10, and there's a lot more coming. So for me, I wouldn't say that I don't really watch anyone else closely during the tournaments. Yeah, I'll check the scores, watch highlights from my friends' matches every once in a while, but I'm more or less just focused on myself.
What did you learn today?
That's a funny question. What did I learn today? Learned how to serve, actually.
You learned how to serve?
Yeah, compared to from round 1 to 2, I think I learned how to serve, yeah.
Anything from playing a player like him?
From playing a player like him, yeah, I learned that, you know, I definitely would not have wanted to see that guy in his prime. And I'm not saying that he couldn't get back to that same level, because he showed some stuff today that was really, really tricky to deal with. But obviously I was a young kid watching him in the quarters and semis of slams when I'm sitting on the couch at home, and definitely started seeing some flashbacks today, especially in that 3rd set. I think the way that stays composed and can counter punch, can play aggressive from the baseline, but patiently aggressive and not overhit, but just make you feel like the court is so big and you have a lot of ground to cover. I thought those were all things that he did a great job of, and I guess, yeah, you could say I learned.
Last 2, Charlie and Howard. Yeah.
How much do you care or worry about like head-to-head records when you're playing someone like, I think Lorenzo's won the previous 2 times you've played? Like, does that bother you? Does that affect how you prepare? Do you try and do things differently?
Honestly, win or lose, I'm trying to learn something from the last match I played. If you won the match before, you know that the guy's going to try to do something different to flip the script. Obviously, if you lost the match, you're the guy who's got to change something up. So I don't really mind either way. You know, obviously you want to look at things that worked when you played, look at things that didn't work that you want to change. I think also for me, being in a Grand Slam is a different game. I can't as much compare playing guys in 2 out of 3 sets to 3 out of 5, because it's a different beast. It's where I play my best tennis. So that's not something that I look at as much, no.
How other guys in the locker room and sort of compare notes about how they might have done against, you know, things they might have done against an upcoming opponent?
In the locker room?
Yeah.
No.
Last one, Howard.
What advantages or disadvantages are there that you find being left-handed in this sport?
Yeah, you can't get a practice. It's impossible. Except for when the draw comes out and they play Draper, Chapo, or Ugo Humbert, then I get the look. But other than that, people don't want to practice with you as much. For me, I don't mind. I'll hit with a righty, a lefty, short guy, tall guy, serve bot, grinder. Doesn't really matter. But guys on tour are very particular about, or either players or coaches are very particular about who they practice with. So they're like, big serve, lefty, that's 2 strikes against you. So finding hits can be difficult. I'd say at the same time, people don't want to hit with lefties, so they don't see your style of game as much, you know. So I go out, I play against somebody who's said no to practicing with me the last 4 times. Well, at least he hasn't seen my serve. So pros and cons for sure.